Hey everyone, welcome back to FTB Revelation. And since I last left off, I've done a few things like I said I would. I've kind of went out, I made some shears, I got some wool, I've cleaned up my inventory, upgraded my tools to flint. You'll notice that the textures don't quite really seem to work for flint, which is kind of weird because they were, in previous ones, but that's okay, no big deal. We'll get that fixed up soon enough. We got our first sets of seared brick finished up here. I went out, I found some sheep and made myself a bed, which I cleared out a little hole inside of the wall here just to place my bed inside of. And while it was out, I did grab quite a few things with our pickaxe, some iron, some copper, a little bit more aluminum, lots of coal. And seeing as how we only have 2 iron left, I went ahead and tossed an extra piece of iron into the furnace here to cook that up to get us 3 pieces of iron, mainly, so we can make ourselves a bucket. We're going to be utilizing this here very, very soon. In the meantime, let's grab a little extra sand. Let's only do 8 for now. Grab us a piece of coal. Scroll mouse wheel it up. Gives us 1 little piece there. And we're going to have to put that there. Click that in there. Let's get some of the sand cooking up while this is almost finishing. And we'll be able to hopefully set up our smeltery very, very soon. In the meantime, I did find quite a few things while I was out. I did find some potatoes I picked up off the ground. Usually there's little pieces of farmland just hanging around. In fact, we actually saw that in the first episode, if you guys noticed. I believe it was around one of these little river banks over here. But you'll notice there'll sometimes be like carrots, there'll be wheat, beetroot, and potatoes. Now, I didn't pick up all of them. I probably should have, actually, looking back, because we do have PAMs installed, and having PAMs installed gives us a lot more opportunities to make a bunch of different types of food. But I figured, you know what, just for now, let's just, leave it as is. So, we're just kind of getting ourselves set up, and I'm going to be making my way through doing quite a few things. I've actually picked up some extra gravel, grabbed a little bit more wood. Now, I wouldn't mind actually heading down. I want to grab a little set of land, maybe set up a nice little farm, and maybe some trees as well that we can actually harvest. I do want to knock these down very soon, so we are going to need to make a lumber axe for that. But we're a little ways off because we need to get some more iron coming in, and we need to make a tool forge and upgrade the tool station we currently have. But in the meantime, this should be actually enough. Let's go ahead and grab what we got. Grab the glass, the other pieces of seared brick, because while we're out, we're going to need to make something. We're going to make some of the core components that we're going to need to make a smeltery from Tinker's Construct. Now, this is usually kind of basic knowledge if you guys have been poking around with mods long enough. But I'll go ahead and just run through crafting some of the base things that we're going to want. This is not necessary here, but we're going to make it anyway just to have one. We do want the casting table. We're going to make ourselves 2 faucets, and we're also going to make 2 drains. There we go. And from there, I believe that's pretty much just about the gist of everything we're going to need. Let's just grab an extra tank for now, and we're going to make up some seared bricks. We're going to need a bunch of these to start making our actual smeltery. We'll hold on to the rest of those seared bricks for now. While that's cooking up, let's use our newly made bucket and go pick up some lava and fill up these tanks. These do actually keep their liquids inside of them, which mainly you want to probably just fill it up with lava for now. I believe we can actually use other fuels, such as pyrotheum, which will be very nice in the future, but for now, this is what we got. And that's what we're going to be using. So, I believe we got some lava right here. In fact, we do. Awesome. All right, so let's place that down. Whoop. Hot stuff. You ain't lying. So these will only hold 4 buckets of lava per tank. One of the main reasons why we decided to go ahead and make 2. We could have made more, but for now, that should do it. Now let's hopefully, yep, there we go. Let's hoping that did not want to fall into the lava. Let's actually pick up these pumpkins too. We'll pick these up with our hatchet. They'll break a lot quicker and easier. We can use these for a source of food in the future if we need. Ooh, we got some more bushes over there. Sun looks like it's about to set, so we do want to get back relatively soon. I believe we got a whole ton of blueberries already set up, but let's grab some of these raspberry bushes as well. I don't quite remember if I picked up raspberry yet or not, but I wouldn't mind having a nice little farm of just berries among other things, you know? Nice beginner set of food, not too bad. 32 raspberry bushes already. Holy cow. Alright, we'll be fine, I think. Alright. Ooh, a little bit more copper. Now, I've been trying to pick up just about everything I see, which probably is not the worst idea in the world. Considering we are just starting out and we don't really have anything at the moment, but just some basic tools. So I'm just going to grab what I can. Now that piece I'm probably not going to grab. It's going to take me probably a good chunk of a minute to get that out. I do see some aluminum back here though, and I do want that. Is there any more? Is it just one piece? That's fine. One piece is okay with me. We're going to be using copper and aluminum to make some aluminum brass. That's going to be making us our casts. Now I do believe in this version we can actually make clay casts. If you don't run across any sort of aluminum or copper and you just get your smeltery and focus on that right off the start and maybe be able to find, you know, iron and some other stuff, but maybe not any aluminum, you can make some very temporary clay casts. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So you can see we have all of the casts here. These are all clay casts, and we have our regular aluminum brass casts as well. So these are a one-time use. So as soon as the molten whatever that you're pouring into the cast will actually consume the cast. So you only get a one shot to make one tool that you need, and then, well, it's gone from there. So let's go and sleep through the night. Call it a night. There we go. Let's toss a few of our items away while we go ahead and grab our last bit of seared brick out of here. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and consume these into more seared bricks. We need to find us a nice place to go ahead and place this. I was thinking about doing this a little bit more like outside-ish. So maybe we'll do it like up here. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? Once we clear this out, we might make this our blacksmith area. A nice little outside area overlooking the lands, kind of reminding me of like a Skyrim, you know, the Skyforge. I think that might be actually kind of cool. So let's kind of set this off maybe a little bit more to the side somewhere. I'm actually, you know what? Yeah, we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it. I'm sorry, but we are. We're going to pick up all these bushes. And what we're going to do is pick all of those up, and we're going to clear us out a nice little small chunk of area right over here against the side here. I'm going to get some inspiration from Skyrim here. Now, I believe the Skyforge actually had it up against wall. Well, I mean, it was a little bit more flat, right? So we could do that. We could put a nice open, flat, you know, our smeltery out here, but let's kind of play around with it a little bit, shall we? Now, normally you could do these by a 3x3. I think I might do this a little bit bigger. We'll do a 4x4 for now. And it's going to allow us to have 16 bricks here on the bottom. We're going to do this on the sides. We're going to get the template laid out real quick and just kind of maybe figure out where we want to place some of the other items that we actually need. I do believe we'll be able to actually make this up too high, which is really, really nice. This is the reason why I actually grabbed so much I did before. Let's see. Maybe we'll put... Yeah, this is a little annoying using the amount that we did. There's no other reason why we need to get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and actually get this olive tree out of the way for now. From rustic. This one we can actually clear up out of the way. Nice. Ooh, it drops a ton of olives. Look at all that. What can we use these for? Olives we can use to make some very interesting things. We can use it to make cooking oil. That'll be nice. So I do want to grow some more of those. That'll be wonderful. Alright. Well, let's just start placing it down so we can start getting to work. Let's put our Smeltery Controller here. You see as it's not lighting up, it's because, well, we need more things. The things we're going to be needing are mainly at least one of these seared tanks. That didn't come on just yet because, well, we have a little open area, but I'll go ahead and demonstrate just for you guys. Once we place that open, we can see the smeltery come alive, start lighting up, but we're going to place our second seared tank on the side, just kind of make it look nice. All right, so there we go. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and remove this side. We're going to place a smeltery drain here, the faucet, and underneath our casting table. So now we are actually ready to go and to start making some molten metal. Now, I believe it is 3 aluminum to 1 copper for aluminum brass. Let's go ahead and find out and see if that is indeed the case. Now, aluminum is going to melt a lot quicker, as you can see here. It's already ready to go. And our copper is going to take a little bit longer, and then once it's actually finished, it's going to place on top of the aluminum. It's going to take a little bit for it to actually combine. So it's not going to do it instantly like it actually used to do, which was actually really, really cool. But I kind of like this method. Kind of makes it feel a little bit more blacksmithy, you know, and I like that. So as we can see, we got our molten copper mixing with our aluminum, and it's making us aluminum brass. I'm going to go ahead and toss that onto the bottom there. And it looks like I got the amount correct. Awesome. So what we're going to do, we're going to use some cobblestone. We're going to start making some casts of some of the current stencils we already have. So we're just going to get a full set of everything real quick. And if we look in here, 8 ingots of molten aluminum brass. Wonderful. Cool stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and see. This olive wood, we should be able to combine this into chests. Yeah, look at that. Let's place this chest here for now. And we're going to go ahead and place these inside of that chest there. So as you can see, the items that we're actually using to make the cast out of are actually getting destroyed. So that is a nice little feature because I do like using, you know, things that we don't necessarily need. That was kind of weird, but, you know, whatever. And I never liked using the old method to where, like, it kept it, the item that you use to make the cast out of, because then it's like, now I gotta get rid of it. And so now this method I actually, you know, I kind of enjoy. It's a little nicer in my opinion. All right, so now we got all of that taken care of. Let's go ahead and upgrade our tools and start getting some iron making. So let's get all the iron that we currently have. We're going to toss this into our smeltery. Now, nice thing is, and we have to watch out and be careful about, is that aluminum brass doesn't really actually mix with anything that I know of. But we do need to make sure that if we do want a specific molten metal, we want to make sure that we don't have anything that will actually mix with what we're wanting. So we do need to make sure and be careful about that. But if we're not going to be using any more of this in the meantime, we can actually go ahead and pour this out. I do believe we can actually melt these back down into aluminum brass. We're going to do a quick test on that, make sure that works out right. Looks like that is actually incorrect. Okay, so don't do that. So don't do that. But we can actually use these a little bit later on. We can use these to add modifiers of reinforcement. So that's actually not a bad thing. We can get obsidian a little bit later on. So, and we will probably want some reinforcement on some of our tools. So, like I said, it doesn't really hurt, and it's for science. Science is always good, right? So let's go and put all of that away. Do I want to go ahead and place maybe our next drain here, faucet, and our basin there? Now, what this is going to allow us to do is actually pour, if you guys aren't familiar, full blocks of metal. So instead of pouring into casts, if we have enough ingots worth, 9, we can pour it into the basin here, and it'll give us a full block's worth, which we can, you know, turn back into, you know, regular iron again. So we'll go ahead and actually do that because we got more than enough iron in there. So we'll go ahead and let that start pouring out as a demonstration. And let's go ahead and start grabbing some of these casts and start upgrading some of our tools. Now, a lot of the other parts I'm not too worried about. Mainly, let's see. Let's grab this out of here. And we do have some bones. What I want to do is actually want on my pickaxe, we're going to use the tool rod pattern, and we're going to make ourselves a bone tool rod. Now, the nice thing about this is it gives us a better modifier, which actually increases the durability of the tool a little bit better. So we're going to add that on top of this, make a better tool than we had before. And we're going to take our brand new iron pickaxe head, and let's make our tool look nice and pretty again. So we can see we have a lot better durability than we did before. So 232 to 291 probably could be a lot better, but we'll just deal with that for now. So let's go ahead and use the last remainder pieces here. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I guess I didn't grab that out. My bad. All right, we'll go ahead and upgrade our tool and hatchet as well, giving us better stuff there. And let's go and do the same thing with the casts here. Start pulling those out. I'm not sure if iron's actually better as far as a tool rod's concerned. You can actually take a look in JEI if you want to, see what all the other tool rods have to offer in terms of stats. So we can kind of see, just kind of holding shift and just going through some of these. Some of these are a little bit better than others. Some of them maybe not so much. They also have different little attributes on each of the items. So yeah, if you guys aren't familiar, just kind of doing a quick little 1-2-1-2 of Tinker's Construct. Something I haven't really done in a while on my channel personally. So pretty interesting stuff. I like it. Alright, keep everything nice and tidy. Tool station. So I believe that was our shovel. There we go. So we got our shovel all nice and pretty again. Let's grab us a little chicken to eat. And our hatchet is now ready. Nice thing about the hatchet is I demonstrated a while back that it's also good for having as a weapon. It's not the best weapon, but it still works pretty good as a weapon. The attack damage is a little bit better than, I believe, a diamond sword, or almost equivalent to, actually, better than 7 attack damage, 1.6 attack speed, 1.1 attack speed, and 7.6 damage. So already better than a diamond sword. So one of the reasons why I'm not too big about making swords, I mean, we already got something better than a diamond sword in the form of a hatchet. So now we got our block of iron. Got that all ready to go. We can go ahead and craft that back into some iron ingots now for later on. And I believe we are good to go. Now, wouldn't mind getting some more. We could get some more ground. Maybe make this up one taller. But I kind of like it. I don't think it looks too bad. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night. And we'll maybe start looking at doing a little bit of clearing out. Now, I told you guys in the last or at the beginning of this episode, I'm sorry, that I did a little more grabbing for some gravel there. The reason why is because I wanted some more flint. Now, I didn't want the flint to just, maybe repair my tools. I actually noticed something. While we're actually mining all of that coal, we get sulfur. And the wonderful thing about sulfur and flint is when you mix them together with Tinker's Construct, you get the EFLN, Explosive Safer Mining. Now, the wonderful, wonderful thing about this is, now if we actually come up here, I think we're going to do some of our main stuff up here. These are very dangerous. Do not right-click these unless you're ready for catastrophe. Now, I'm probably going to go ahead and build into the side of this a little bit. Maybe off right in here. So let's go ahead and clear this out. Because I also want to contain this a little bit. These actually explode bigger than TNT. So, the nice thing about these is that they also, unlike TNT, they will give you back everything, if I'm not mistaken, that is destroyed in the blast. So we're going to take this, we're going to right-click right in here, and we're going to throw it. Oh, buddy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be nice. We're going to clear us a nice little area out in here. Now, this gravel here, I'm actually going to go ahead and just mine this out real quick. No big deal. We'll also get some more flint out of this because we do have some sulfur. And so anytime we see coal, definitely going to make sure we grab that. Get all of the flint that we can because we can actually utilize EFLNs for just pure mining. We don't necessarily have to have, you know, hammers, plus they're instantaneous. So, I mean, like, why not, right? If we get the amount of things that we need and the resources to make it that easy for us, I don't see why we don't, you know? I mean, granted, yes, we might not get the most out of certain ores, like diamonds and stuff, but to be fair, it's a lot more fun. I mean, look at that. That is just beautiful. So right about in here. Oh, God! That stupid deer. Just like a car, I swear. They see a headlight and they go for it. Oh my God. That could have killed me. That stupid deer could have... Are you the one? Or did you just get blasted up there? Well, that's tough luck, I guess, right? So like I said, dangerous. Need to be very careful. Things happen. You know? No. Do I? You know what? We'll just go with it. Okay, let's do that. All right, we're gonna toss a few of these in. All right, not too bad so far. I'm trying to keep it as centered as possible, as you can tell. It kind of keeps a nice little area about it. So they see we already got more sulfur right there. So, nice little way for us to clear a pretty decently sized area very quickly for a cave base. So, we're going to go ahead and jump in here. We're going to light this area up before we hit F7. Does F7 work still? I guess not. Guess we're just going to have to eye it. There might be a different keybind for it as well. So, there we go. More sulfur. Got us a nice little area we can actually go ahead and start doing some work in as well. We're gonna need to get some more chests, I think. I think this is gonna work out just nice, though. Look at that. Maybe we'll clean this up a little bit right here, or we can just make some stairs. I mean, stairs actually wouldn't be a bad thing. Go up and then down again, you know. Wouldn't hurt. We can actually go ahead and utilize some of the things that we grabbed. Let's see. Let's put some of the cobble just away for now. Now, it would be cool, but apparently in this version, we cannot actually make flint out of gravel. Now, we can actually crush it and, you know, make tools, or not tools, but machines to turn it into flint. So once we get some more sulfur, of course, we might find some other uses for sulfur in the future, but for now, I think that's a pretty good use for it if you're wanting to do some building on the inside and all that. So let's grab our wood. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, do we have barrels? We do have some forms of barrels. I believe we have Yaba? Yeah, we have Yaba. Now, I have actually poked around with this before. Not necessarily the biggest fan of this particular better barrel mod, but we can actually go ahead and play around with it a little bit. Now, do we necessarily need to do it that way? Is that? I mean, I could, but I don't really want to use my iron, but I guess we will. Might as well, I guess. Let's go ahead and make one chest. Might as well give it a go. We're going to need some of these guys. So let's go ahead and make these blank barrel upgrades. And then we're going to need another chest. And do I have any more planks? I guess I don't. But I am going to have to go get some more wood. So I'll probably do that between episodes. And you guys don't have to watch that. Alright, and then we combine those together. We got our item barrel. We're actually going to go ahead and place this up here inside of this, because this is probably where I'm going to be putting a majority of my items and machines for now, and maybe a few other things. So maybe we'll set this up, maybe, let's put you there for now. Oh, nice. That actually worked fairly well. Last time I actually used that mod, it didn't want to actually pull everything out of my inventory when you just right-clicked. Okay. So when you double right-click, it should pull everything out of your inventory. Very nice. If you want one, just left click once. If you want more than one, you should be able to shift left click and it pulls out a stack. Nice. Okay. Now you're working the way I want you to work. Wonderful stuff. Oh, nice. Look at this. Now, we can also use these for other nefarious purposes, such as mining. Whoa. Yeah, let's try not to do that, please. I do want to grab a little bit more wood because I want a stick, unless I have a stick. I seriously don't have any wood, do I? Wow, we don't have any wood. Like, legitimately don't have any wood. I hate knocking these trees down when I can't knock down the whole thing, you know what I mean? I actually did grab a little bit off of this here. Now, I guess I'll just go ahead and take a branch for now, but I'll come back and finish it off a little later on. Main reason why is because I want to make my very first chisel from the chisel mod. Nice thing is we can utilize this to kind of, make some nicer things. Probably for now, considering we're using a texture pack / resource pack, Sortex Fanver. If you guys didn't see that in the first episode, we're just going to probably make some regular cobblestone stairs. Because they actually don't look that bad. The cobblestone in this resource pack actually looks, kind of decent, to be fair. So what is this, 4? Yeah, I can do 4. Let's do 4. So let's go ahead and place some stairs here. Boop, boop, boop. And I'll probably go ahead and replace this top layer here with cobblestone so it looks nice. And what this does is actually, while we're in here, if there is anything outside, it'll be down here normally on this level. And it won't be able to actually see us. Unless it's up here and it kind of walks by and sees us or something, Then it might be able to start tracking in. But it's kind of like an added extra defense mechanism. So it's not the worst thing in the world. So we'll just kind of poke around with a little bit of this. So what I'm going to probably do, guys, I'm going to do a little cleaning up between this episode and next inside of this newly made area here. Like it. Not too bad. What we'll probably do is mess around a little bit with some of these different types of chiseled cobblestone. Maybe mess around with a kind of a floor or something. Something like this, maybe. Just something kind of basic for now, just to kind of make things look a little nice while we're working and doing other things. But yeah, with that all being said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the second episode of FTB Revelation. We'll be back, and hopefully we'll start moving some stuff around, making things look super nice. Maybe get started in a few things. I do want to do some mining very soon, so I usually like to do a nice episode of mining to show you guys everything that is out and about inside of the world and down under. So if you guys are excited about that as I am, hopefully we'll see you guys in the next episode. So if you guys did enjoy, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out, lets me know you guys are enjoying the series. Also be sure, if you guys enjoyed this, maybe you guys want to see some more of the other content, you guys can hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification, be notified of some of my other videos as well. If you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. We'll see you guys in the next episode, and until then, goodbye.